All right, check, check, check. I've got my coffee. Let's got a cool thumbnail here going on. Let's do this. This is my Closer remake as a kind of like a instrumental, no vocals. So let's play it, and then I'll walk you through it. All right. All right, cool, cool, cool. Okay, let's talk about some of the. As you can see, it's pretty simple, pretty straightforward, kind of like A, B, C kind of pattern when it comes to the composition. It's very simple. You got your intro, the build up, which is A really, and into the drop, which I consider A. Well, actually, B should be the drop, B, and then C into the bridge, and then right back to A, B again with the build up into the drop. So build up, drop, bridge, build up, drop, bridge, or actually outro. Anyway, let's talk about the plugins. So we kind of short on time here, so let's do this shit. So of course, kick for my awesome sample here from Orbit. Let's talk about all the serums. We have some roads. Actually, let's look at the God's Eye view, I call it, quick first. Let's do this shit. This is fun. So we can see all the instruments that we're working with and all the patterns too. Got that Rhodes there. Those are our keys. Those are kind of a stabby chords. Those are our lead, our build-up lead. Kick. Snaps. More snaps. Pan snaps, a la Chainsmokers. Fat snare. Kind of a build-up snare. Drop lead. Punchy sub. Another kick. Sub. Longer sub. The keys again. Second drop lead. Cool little kind of mimicry of the toms, but just a snare. Pop, pop, pan, of course. Kind of a guitar lead, plucky guitar lead. It's my cool pad there for the bridge or the breakdown. That's very distorted. I didn't use this one. I think it's a build-up kick. And build-up claps. Okay, let's look at it. Let's check out the plugins here. Here we go. Serum. There's the keys. Chords. By the way, you can find all these presets at ADSR for under Orbit and Chain Pop. And that's where you can find this pack, which is fucking awesome. As you just heard, there's the leads, bass, and that's pretty much it. Okay, let's look at the some of the effects I like to use. A lot of OTT. A little bit of LFO tool for the kind of riser effect on the leads. Sidechain, of course. And let's take a listen to some of the cool parts here. That's pretty much it. So this intro part is pretty straightforward. We have our chords here. Here's our MIDI. We have our chords with some bass, actually layered chords with the keys, and then the stabby keys here. And some kick and some snaps, which are here. You get that cool. Oh shit, I gotta go. I'll spend a few more minutes on this. And we have that cool kind of Chainsmokers effect here for the snaps. Let's isolate that so we can hear it. Which is really easy to do. You just have one punctuating kind of clap or snap, and then you have one that's pan. Like so. You get that really cool groovy Chainsmokers, signature kind of sound. Okay, let's go back here. Let's talk about the this kind of build up here, which is very cool. You just have your lead with a filter on it. So we keep the keys, have the lead there, the filter, and slowly open it up. So we're open. We have that rising effect with the LFO, and your filter. I could have did this with just Endless Smile, which I did for the drop, I think. Where is this thing at? I did use one instance of Endless Smile. I'll find it. Okay, so let's go to the drop. As you can see here, which I have, let's just zoom in here. See everything that's here in the drop. That's what you mean, your fucking essentials here. You gotta have this shit. Your bass, that's a sub. Then you have another bass, a punchy bass. And then you have this, which is actually not a sub. This is one of the leads, right? Lead 1. Lead 2. So 2 basses, 2 leads. We don't need to do too much layering because you don't want to go overkill. And of course you have your keys. When it comes to drums, pretty simple. Simple beat. A little bit of fun stuff here and there with some hats, of course, on the downbeat. Downbeat. Oh, and here's that little fill. Just to add some more attitude to the shit. So let's take a listen to it. Oh yeah, and right here you'll hear the endless smile. I think it should come on about right here. So just let's take a listen. Which brings us right into the breakdown. It's just a really cool way to add kind of like tension and then release, of course, into the breakdown. So breakdown, it's pretty simple. We're just gonna have we're not gonna bring back the chords. We're gonna have a pad here. So you ever think to yourself, oh, why do I get all these fucking pads in my libraries, but I can never use them? Well, this is like the perfect spot for that, you know. It's kind of very reminiscent to Martin Garrix's kind of breakdowns. Let's go find it. Okay, let's find it right here. Here we go. So the pad is pretty cool. Just some low cut to it, cut out some of the fat. Add in the 8-bit shaper to add some distortion. Kind of like that, it's not really distortion, it's kind of like white noise and distortion. It's kind of that degrading. I mean, I know it's an ugly ass GUI, but it's free from Expert, so I would totally recommend this. It's very cool. And the breakdown's pretty simple. We did add some cool stuff here, like some guitars, so let's take a listen. So this is actually just a sample where I just found the root note and just copy pasted with some side chain, and make sure you cross fade this shit so it doesn't sound too choppy. It still sounded a little bit choppy, so what I did on the guitars here is yeah, this is actually this effects chain is actually interesting. So a little bit of EQ, roll off. You gotta have waves, CLA on there. Sounds really good. Some OTT, some Valhalla. And I took out a lot of the attack. So I didn't want it to sound too stuttery. So we use some transient shaper here. So we get this. Nice punctuation on the downbeat. Da-na-na-na, with the pad. Sorry guys, I have my mic on, so you're gonna hear like kind of a... and then we come right back to the build-up. And back into the drop. And then we'll finish it with a little bit of an outro. Pretty cool. And one more thing is for ambience, we've got like this cashmere ocean effects kind of running in the background for some of the breakdown. And right here. Adds a very cool ambience to the track. I really like it. So if you can find, if you know where to look, you can find Cashmere's X. I think it's Cymatics X. Actually, what? I don't know if it was it X? Huh. I guess it wasn't X. I guess it was I think it was Cashmere. Yeah, Cashmere Volume 2. A lot of FX. It wasn't Cymatics. It's Cashmere. So yeah, you'll find some cool ambient kind of noises you can put in the back to make your track pop a little bit more. Fire, jungle, ocean, some rain. Fuck, even a swamp if you want to get creepy with the shit. Yeah, it's a really, really good pack, Cashmere Volume 2. It's an old school pack, but definitely worth the search. All right, guys, I hope you like this, men and dudes. I will catch you guys later.